who are you guys watching the most this week? I know personally I'm watching the quarterbacks just because that's not that the Jags need a quarterback at all, although I assume that they're going to have a vet behind Trevor forever now, just because that kind of seems to be a safe bet. I'm going to watch Anthony Richardson for sure. Max Duggan. I'm interested in watching both of them. I am also interested in watching like secondary stuff, pass rush stuff, just because that's something that the Jags need. I feel like that's always fun too, because I love defensive football. Um, what are you guys specifically watching this week?
You can go ahead, Haley.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
I am not watching anything super specific. Combine stuff for me is kind of like I like to watch it by event, almost like the Olympics in a way, and see who, gets the best scores. I know that's not obviously like very telling of where they're gonna go, but I just find it fascinating to see just the abilities that these guys are coming up with each season. And like I feel like they can always just push it a little bit further, and it's just makes me feel so out of shape this time of year. I feel like I really need to go to the gym, and these guys are doing just absolutely crazy stuff. So I'm not watching for anything in particular. I mean, for the Pats, obviously in needs of some O linemen. So if we could get some of those, that'd be sweet. But other than that, yeah, I'm not looking for anything specific. Tyler, I know you have a lot of thoughts. That's why I
Yeah,
was
I
hoping
have
you
a
would
lot
go
of thoughts. I'm
first.
not going to go over all of my notes. I just wrote all of I just kind of copy pasted my pre-combine notes onto the show notes. Um, but I'll be watching everybody because I have kind of an unhealthy obsession with the draft and everything that goes into it. Quarterbacks, I think the ones to watch are Richardson and Levis this week. I think they're the two that are going to test like really well. Um, I don't know how I kind of like Richardson. I think is probably my quarterback this year. If I have to pick one, I don't like any of the quarterbacks this year. Full transparency.
No, it's not a great
Um,
year.
Richardson, I think, has the highest ceiling of them all, and is the only one I would like consider picking in the first personally.
I
Um,
don't know. I've loved him so much, but people are talking about I don't think that he should go before 10, and people are talking about him going
no,
in
I
the
don't think
top
so either.
3.
It's just a little bit of a quarterback inflation situation,
1000%.
but he's the only one I would consider taking, and it wouldn't even be until mm, I think what's the Lions' second pick? Like 16, 17, something like that in that neighborhood.
Yeah, they have a
Um,
ton of picks this year.
I know we've got two in the first six,
Yeah.
and I want to say it's like 19, 16, something like that. Um, I would be upset if they took him there, but like I would understand it. I think that's where he should go, around that neighborhood. Um, I expect him to test really well. Also, guy I'm watching is Dorian Thompson Robinson out of UCLA. I think he might be the fastest quarterback, which would be fun. But
I have in my notes that I want to see a big man like put numbies up. I fucking love when some offensive lineman runs like a 5 something, like fire. Those are electric moments for me. Like I live
I
for
don't
that
have
shit.
any notes on any of the offensive linemen in the combine. The one on defense, though, that you could, I don't think he'll be as quick. Miles Murphy out of Clemson, he's the one I think probably on the D line that'll run the fastest.
I know that obviously Stetson Bennet is not going to be like a huge commodity in the first round. I don't even think the second, maybe.
I don't even think the third.
Yeah, I don't, nor should he be, in my opinion.
No.
But are you expecting anything from him in the combine? Because I think that this is
No.
something that he could probably do well with. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not going to have anybody rushing at him really. Like it's just a time for him to go out and perform. So I think that he's probably going to grade well.
I think he'll test fine. He'll probably throw fine. I think like Max Duggan's probably in a similar situation, even though he's probably a little quicker than Stetson. Stetson, he's not slow. He can
He's
move.
smart. That's the thing.
He'll probably run in like the four. I don't know, five sixes. I couldn't tell you. Um, but he's not a slow guy by any means. I think this week for those kinds of guys, though, it like today they're like pressers, their coaching interviews, those things. I think those matter much more than the athletic events.
Yeah. I have the schedule written out in my notes. We'll probably recap it a little bit more next week, but that's what we're excited for the most part. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about. I do love watching the wide receivers and tight ends, but I don't know, just with the focus on like how much the Jags need help in the secondary, I feel like that's definitely what I'm going to be looking at because I feel like that's what we need to be shopping. So we'll definitely do a draft too. We'll do a mock draft.
Yeah.
I echoed your point about a big guy fast time. I love those bonus points for like tear jerking inspirational stories.
Yes.
Love those that come out of the weekend. Those are all really good.
I haven't heard about.
I've seen a couple already in the media coming out this week. Of
Sadly,
like a clip of some guy,
by,
a clip of some guy calling his mom. It was really sweet. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of the idea that the combine is important, but I don't really know how these guys are
going to
like,
make you a combine
cool,
stan.
But yeah,
I'm not even
really
a combine stan.
I'm a
think
combine
the most
stan.
important days of the combine have passed. The athletic events are, I think, pretty much.
I'm just like a stat-driven gal, and I feel like it's not really indicative of how they perform in the actual season.
I just think it's so funny. It's so funny.
Fun, for sure.
It's interesting
like
as like its own entity, but I can't take it for what it's like other than face value. I can't read into it too much.
Love that it's a clown show.
It has become very much a clown show.
I love it. It's fucking theatrical. It's awesome. I think it's fucking hilarious that we're having guys see how many like reps they can press and like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
I love it. I think it's great.
My thing with the combine is I don't think the athletic, it might move you like a couple picks in a different direction from where you're projected to. It's not going to make like your third round. You're not going to have a third rounder like project into the first round just because what he did at the combine.
Yeah, agree.
This is just for like our entertainment. Like unless somebody gets hurt, like tears an ACL or something, God forbid, I don't think it's really going to hurt anybody or help anybody that much.